Hello? Testing for stream latency, yada 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 yada. Testing for stream latency, yada 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 yada. At least my mic works.
Actually, the legs are perfectly fine. There we go. There we go.
Main system. Engaging test mode. Verified. Terminating test mode.
Proceed to Neo Isaac, the underground city, located at the base of the elevator construction site, has been taken over by a squad of Indies. The Indies terrorist organization is waging a war against both the government and corporations. We're assuming they now plan to sabotage the elevator's construction. The removal of all Indies forces in the city is requested. They're surprisingly well armed, even for a terrorist organization, but are still amateurs. This mission should pose little problem for a Raven of your caliber. Take care of the problem as quickly as possible, and good luck.
Main system. Engaging combat mode.
Your target is a small squad of MTs. Make sure they're all destroyed.
Mission objective achieved. System switched to normal mode.
An armed insertion team smuggling secret materials from Mars is headed to Earth. We request that you destroy the insertion team and the materials in their possession. Their transport ship has been in Earth's orbit for several hours and is beginning its descent. It appears that they plan to use re-entry pods to drop to the Earth's surface and transfer the secret materials to their collaborators.
I know Bean Boy is still there, but the best thing to do when it comes to the controls is literally just remap the controls. I got it set up with FPS controls with pseudo sticks, with A, X, Y, B being aiming controls, triggers to shoot, that kind of thing. I fully admit I'm a little bitch in that regard, and yeah, but like, it works. You know, it's your machine, so pilot how you want it.
Re-entry pods detected. We're picking up a lot of targets. Destroying the pods will eliminate the enemies on board. Destroy them before they reach the surface.
Main system engaging combat mode.
Wave is approaching.
Missiles get it from here, or... Come on. Come on. Turning is actually kind of affected by your leg parts too, so the early game, yeah, that's going to be hell, but once you get parts, honestly, it's not that bad. One thing I've also found that helps is strafing while you turn really, really helps. Like it's one thing to just turn, but adding that extra strafe, oh shit, adding that extra strafe really helps, at least for me.
objective.
And there we go.
System switched to normal mode.
Lock distance. Okay, my bad. That's entirely dependent on FPS or FCS, but also your weapon itself. So, say if you got a sniper rifle or the Kurosawa, that thing's gonna have a lot more range on it than the basic rifle. Mech suits should match. Your mech should match your drip. I feel like that's a law. That's why my main mascot, it's got the same fucking color palette I got on my main avatar. It's just a mech rule. You've got to drip yourself out to match your mech. Or vice versa. Actually, speaking of weapons. So that... Get an energy weapon as soon as humanly possible because I fucking love energy weapons. Okay, well, what are the parts on it though?
We wish to engage in an exercise using the MTs we recently received from our sponsors. In order to get the most from this exercise, we've requested the very best, a Raven. Your instructions are simple. Fight the MTs we've prepared. But the exercise means nothing unless you fight to the best of your ability. You'll be paid only if we lose.
Okay, that's fair enough.
If we can hone our skills,
That is entirely fair enough.
Ravens, then our dreams of destroying the government and the corporations will become a reality. The location of the training exercise is a switchyard near the Zern Desert. We'll be waiting for you there.
I've been saying Z-Arm Desert this whole time. Oh my god. Zerm! Okay, no, it's Zerm. Alright, let's go to Zerm. Record. Cryogenic. Super Dimension Fortress Macross. The movie specifically, Do You Remember Love, has some absolutely dripped out pilot suits for the Valkyrie pilots.
Engaging combat mode.
Attention all units. Do not hold back. Fight like you mean it.
Come on. There you go.
Thanks for your cooperation. The exercise went well.
Mission objective achieved. System switched to normal mode.
Universal Century pilot suits are nice as hell. Afterwards, they start to get a little too like... What's the word? Embellished. They start to get too embellished. Too many accoutrements put on the sides. Witch for Mercury, though. Gundam Witch had some really good pilots, like bulky pilot suits. Half the pilot suits look like spacesuits. Okay, G-Witch's art design in general is just really good.
assistance is required to help us enter an abandoned base located in the Zerm Desert.
Okay, it is Zerm. I hate that. Ah! God! This is what I get for skipping the dialogue my first run through. I've been saying Z-Arm this whole time.
The company discovered its existence a few months ago, and we believe it to be a weapons development facility dating back to a time before the Great Destruction. Shortly after an investigation was launched, an earthquake...
Hers is unique because she's... Okay, I'm not going to set any spoilers, but she gets a unique pilot suit in terms of color palette. But the rest of them do get their own spacesuits.
This unforeseen event has brought our research efforts to a halt. Please reactivate the security system.
Zerm!
And unlock the keep in mind, any information you come across while in the facility should be deemed top secret. And is not to be discussed.
Because I can read it faster than the voices come out, so I just end up skipping through it when I'm just playing it on my own. Zerm. Christ. Virgin Road. That's the name of an episode of Macross. Oh, oh.
Areas of the facility have been weakened by decay. Destroy these areas and clear a path to the objective.
Ah, yes. Go. Oh! Okay. Bean Boy, to answer your question, I think the thing I most like on mechs are big backpacks. Like the Nostra del Jur from Macross. That was a big inspo for the way I designed my personal AC. I like that round backpack it's got. The Marauder from Starship, it's not technically a mech, but the Marauder power armor from Starship Troopers has a big backpack. I like big backpacks like that, basically. Easy 8 from Gundam also has like an actual, literal backpack. And I love that. Okay, this is not the way to go. White Glint's boosters are pretty nice, though, too. I will admit. I'm like... Armored Core 4's design philosophy is a little not my cup of tea. I like the blockiness of the first 3 gens. Armored Core 4 really pushed it into the super robot genre a little more than I'd like. But I cannot besmirch White Glint's design. Both the original one that Joshua runs, but also... back boosters. It depends on how the back boosters are shaped, Califortuna. Again, the Nostra del Jur and the Quedlin Rao, the power armors that the Zentradi use are good examples of, like, backpack boosters. They got big old round things on their backs that function as boosters. The Valkyrie, or the Phoenix Hawk if you're a Battletecher, if you're a mech warrior, the Phoenix Hawk's backpack is another good example. I love chunky backpacks like that. Fair enough, fair enough. And Beam Boy, as for beam swords... Ooh, okay, that one's kind of tricky, actually, because sometimes beam swords can be done well. Universal Sentry beam swords, where they're like plasma torches, beautiful. But once the beam swords start to become like actual, like, swords, taking shapes like blades and stuff, instead of being like raw funnels of just plasma, that's when it starts to lose it for me, personally. That's just my own personal... I like... See, I like the chunk. Yeah. My tastes when it comes to mechs are very much 80s, 90s. Honestly, part of why Battletech has been calling to me as of late. It's got a lot of the it gives the Destroids from across a home where they're not constantly getting murdered in one shot. And the Destroids were always one of my favorite mechs. Kazutaka Miyatake is the one who built those guys, and he cooked. He cooked with the Destroids. But then the best thing the Destroids got to do was be the brass knuckle of them across. This is not to besmirch the Valkyrie either, because the Valkyrie is quite literally peak mech design. I genuinely believe you cannot make a better looking mech than the VF1 Valkyrie. That is just lightning in a bottle, and they've been trying and failing, with one exception, to beat it, in Macross at least. But even then, the VF0 doesn't even count as beating it, since that's just ground Valkyrie, basically. Gears, that's a really fucking good question, and that has a very complicated answer. Mainly because I've seen it done really well to have both exist concurrently. Armored Core is a good example. You know, energy weapons generally cost way more. They're very tricky to handle. They're very skill intensive with, you know, heat management and energy management. But the trade-off is you don't gotta pay for ammo. I am so lost. Oh my god. That said, ballistic weapons do have their place for demolition and whatnot, and also just for people who can't afford the good stuff. It creates a clear, like, budgetary divide between those who can and those who can't. Then, of course, Battletech is another... Again, I'm going to keep bringing up Battletech, because I'm going to be bringing up some... I'll be real here. We're getting a Tomahawk video soon, so... Get ready for Battletech. No, but... Battletech handles it really well. Energy weapons generate crap tons of heat, but don't require ammo. Munitions weapons are completely... Bean Boy, you speak heresy in my chat! I'm just pulling your leg, man. Macross is really, really good, though. And... the Macross show, the mechanical designer behind Macross was literally the guy who made Armored Core. So if you're an Armored Core fan, I feel like Macross is kind of required watching. Not for like the plot or anything, but just to see mechanical designs and how those designs made it into Armored Core. That said, the plot is really fun too. Is there a mech warrior in my chat right now, or are you all Ravens? I should stop focusing on the chat and focus on trying to get out of this dungeon. Oh, I am. Califortuna, I will not rip your head off. I will say to all of you, though, that Macross is free on YouTube right now if you guys want to go check it out at some point. Ideally after the stream. It's kind of grounded, if that makes sense. Like, there's no, like, overly, like, new type Gundam stuff. In the first Macross, once you start getting the later series, it kind of falls off, at least for my taste, because it goes from grounded, you know, war is bad, the military's kind of ass, to idols are the key to winning wars, and I don't jive with that. But Gen 1 Macross, very, very good. Don't question it. Macross 7 literally opens with like magical singing. It's so bad. Well, not bad. Like, obviously there's a market for it. Oh no, someone just uploaded the entire franchise of Macross on YouTube, like full episodes in Japanese. If you have Netflix or Crunchyroll, you could also spring for the, what's it called? Robot. Thank you, Gears, for pointing that out. Dogram is on my required watching list since I'm getting into Battletech. Okay, so there's got to be a way over there. What am I missing? Oh, Dougram is definitely on my required watching list, too. A lot of mechs in Battletech were taken from Dougram, and that's just, again, it's also another real robot contemporary. At least the first few gens are firmly in the real robot category. I'm very much a real robot fan, so it's just, yeah. I am currently working on setting up like a Bucket Buffoon Discord. At the moment, I do not have it, but it is something I'm currently working on. I have watched... Okay. Does Tokutatsu and Power Rangers count as Super Robot? And G-Fighter has to count as Super Robot. I love Tequila Gundam. Tequila Gundam speaks to me on a personal level as two different types of Hispanic. But Super Robot has always been more my fiance's cup of tea. She likes the, you know... Again, going back to Power Rangers, she loves the cheesiness of it and stuff. I've always been more of a... I grew up on Macross, Robotech, that kind of thing, so I've always been more a stickler for, like, the war story type of stuff. Oh! There it is! Haha! Metal boxes! And what's behind the wall? A metal box. Hey! Bad touch. Bad touch. See, that's kind of like why we liked Gundam Witch so much, is because it teetered the line with the permit stuff. It had real robot aspects with a lot of the mechanical design, and the story focusing primarily on, you know, corporate cruelty and whatnot. But it also had the permit, and literally the main mechs are witch robots. And my fiance loves witches and whatnot, so like G-Witch was like big sell to her. I think... Hold on. Okay, hold on. What's 40 feet, or what's... Okay. What's 10 meters in real units? Because, if memory serves, ACs are about 40 feet tall. Jesus, that's a big box! No, yeah, that's... These things are huge. Metal boxes!
Mission objective achieved. System switched to normal mode.
The new types in Gundam, I think, were a good way to integrate that kind of, like, supernatural aspect to it. Because they're psychers, you know? 40K already set a precedent for psychers in science fiction. Although, yeah, 40K is kind of sci-fi, but... I think Dune always had it. Let's see. Yeah, thank you, yeah. Okay, so those were some really big boxes. Yeah, mobile suits are like fighter jet big. They're girthy machines.
A crack squad of terrorists belonging to the outlawed civilian organization, the Indies, is congregating in the ancient city in Zam Desert.
I'm sorry. No, she did not just say Zarm. Please don't confuse me
They
more.
must be up to something, and it is more than likely that they've set their sights on Neo Isaac. The group's existence has been a concern for some time now, but due to their large numbers, the purging of the organization is not yet complete. Eliminating the squad gathering in the ancient city would be a huge setback for the Indies. Destroy them all. It is suspected, due to the quantity and quality of weaponry wielded by the group, that they are receiving backing from an outside organization. We've confirmed the presence of a bomber of unknown origin in the airspace above. It appears primed and ready. Caution is advised.
Big Sam!
Main system.
The Big Sam!
Combat mode.
Can I get you? Can I catch you? No, I can't! Ugh. The bomber! The bomber! The bomber!
Mission objective achieved. System switched to normal mode.
Bean Boy, okay. Zeke mobile suit names are some of the most cursed things on the planet. I have several trans friends, and every single time I've shown them Gundam, each one of them has unanimously lost their shit when we get to Zagok. Zagok has been permanently ruined for me because of them. If you know, you know. I don't want to explain it on a public stream, but Xeon names are goofy.
Combat. I understand that this request may be a bit awkward, but remember, it is not your place to question your mission.
They have these names and they look so goofy, but then these mobile suits end up being some of the most threatening machines out there.
Main
It's always the aquatic ones.
combat mode.
Attention all Think of this as a real engagement. Defeat is not an option.
You! Bah! Oh! Ha! Ah!
We're almost there. Take him down.
Bro thinks he's Shiro and Mana! Fuck!
Defense is damaged. Halting combat and returning to base.
I'm not allowed to talk about one-shot MSs because all of my favorite mobile suits don't even get to shoot. The GM Sniper 2 gets murdered without even getting to exist.
We request the destruction of our company's prototype MTs. The pilots of the MTs are researchers employed by our company. The researchers in question have come under increasing scrutiny as of late when it was learned that they were selling company secrets for personal gain. Before they could be apprehended, they somehow discovered we were...
See, but that makes it charming, though. They're underdogs that die in one hit, so you kind of root for them when they actually do cool things.
The area of operations is currently being rebuilt. Therefore, would like to keep the amount of collateral damage in that portion of the city to a minimum. Eliminate the researchers. They've outlived their usefulness. Good luck.
Main system engaging
Engaging
combat
combat
mode.
mode. Okay, I did not bring enough range for this mission. Oh, okay. You're joking. You did not. Damn it! I should have brought a gun! There we go.
Mission objective achieved. System switch to normal mode.
Okay, maybe it's time to rethink the pulse pistol. Alright, chat, what gun should I take? Imperial Japan, but they also definitely give off World War II Germany vibes, which is fun. Why must fascism and fashion go hand in hand? Seriously, I think it was Degwin straight up looks at his dad and says, I'll show you what a No, I'm not going to say that on stream. I think you know the quote I'm referencing. Based! Yeah! Bean Boy, if you got any friends, feel free to invite them to the stream. By the way, it looks like the audience has died down a little. ATM rockets, 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 rockets. Fair enough, fair enough. AC2 is a little niche. If I had Armored Core 6 installed, I'd be running Armored Core 6, but at the moment I'm recording for other projects. Actually, you know what? Let's get an option part instead. Hold on. Oh, this is a straight upgrade. How long have we been running this stream for? 1 hour. I think I'll keep the stream